On Tuesday, I showed you 20 different ways to wear a scarf, and this evening I thought I'd share my scarf collection with you. Not all of it, just, some of it, or we'd be here for hours. Anyway, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kaz. I'm 5 foot nothing, literally. That's 152 centimetres in new money. And which scarf shall I start with? Let me think. Chanlu. Right, I just thought I'd tell you a bit about Chanlu because they're quite an interesting company. Chanlu was started in 1996 by Vietnamese-born designer Chanlu, who founded the brand as a passion project after a long career in retail. From her early days making jewellery in her garage, the brand grew to encompass cashmere, fine jewellery and a men's line. Throughout its history, Chan has championed artisan craftsmanship and the support of fair labour practices, and her efforts have been recognised by the United Nations. Her scarves are woven in Mongolia. I not only like the scarves that the company makes, but I like, the whole attitude of the company. I like how Chanlu supports fair labour practices, and it just makes you feel a bit better buying from somebody like that, doesn't it? Okay, so Chanlu scarves are usually 70% cashmere, 30% silk. Quite a large scarf. They're 58 inches by 62 inches. And in new money, that is 147 centimetres by 157 centimetres. The price ranges from about $215 to 258, and that's 345 Aussie dollars or 415. However, they have very good sales on there, and you can usually find scarves in the sale from about 86 US dollars to 181, which is 140 Australian to 290. Just a note of caution, beware when buying things from the sale because some of them are final sale and there's no returns. I just wanted to point that out to you. So, without further ado, I shall show you one of their scarves. Now, I'm not going to unfold and show all of them. I have a plain black one. I have this beautiful cobalt blue that I used when I was styling scarves on Tuesday. I have a plain purple one, and I also have a couple of printed ones. This one is a flower design. Really nice colours. I'll show you up a little bit closer. Now that's doubled over. As you can see, they're finely woven. It's a nice light scarf, and they are very, very big. I mean, they're, this big, and this big. I mean, you can see how transparent they are. So these floral ones are sort of at the top end of the scale. So these are, about 250 US dollars approximately. And they're just awesome scarves. I've got one here that's graduated. In different shades of grey. I've just got a little bit of sparkle. They're really lovely. I mean, they're big enough to make into a dress, a skirt, a sarong, a pareo or pareo. I look that up on Google, you know, so I was pronouncing it correctly. And I found about 4 different ways to pronounce it, and they were all different. So all of their scarves are fringed like this, and they're just really beautiful. I mean, the quality is excellent. I have quite a lot, whoops, of Alexander McQueen scarves. I used to have a lot more, but I did sell quite a few of them because the collection was getting a little bit out of hand. Now, if any of you are interested in buying Alexander McQueen scarves, I would recommend that you have a look at Satire. I'll put their link in the description box below. Their reductions are usually, let me think, the McQueen scarves are around the $500 mark, you know, for the standard sort of skull ones, and they sell on Satire for about $250, which is pretty good value. That's in Australian dollars, by the way, so even cheaper if you're in the US. Oh goodness, where to begin with my Alexander McQueen collection? I mean, it's really difficult to show you in any detail. In fact, it's probably easier, if you are interested in Alexander McQueen scarves, I made 2 videos about my McQueen collection, which is mostly scarves, about 3 handbags, bits and pieces, but mostly scarves. Anyway, it was in 2 parts, so I put part 1 up here, and we'll have to wait a moment, and then I'll put part 2 up there. I'll also leave links in the description box below. Now, these scarves come in 2 choices of fabric. You've either got the 100% silk, which is usually a silk chiffon, or they're a mix of modal and silk. This one, which is one of the latest ones I bought, is a 90 centimetre square one, and this is in a silk twill. And this silk, as you can see, is much thicker than the silk chiffon. And twill is a weave, where as well as the warp, which goes up and down, and the weft, which goes left to right or right to left, there's also a diagonal weave across it, and that gives it a lot of strength. It makes it much more, it gives it much more body, you know, and it's not as translucent as the chiffon ones. I mean, that's the twill. And this one, which is the very latest one that I bought, as you can see, is very transparent. The colours in this are beautiful. Really stunning. I love his scarves. To me, they'll always be iconic. I think, you know, the skull scarves were ruined when there were so many fakes around. You know, everybody sort of jumped on the fake bandwagon, and, you know, you could buy them from, you know, a guy on the street corner with a suitcase of them for about $20. And yeah, it sort of, it diminished the value, I suppose, and in a very similar way to the Louis Vuitton canvas. You know, that was fake to, oh goodness me, you know, the nth degree. Okay, so that's the silk twill and the silk chiffon. And there's also the modal and silk ones. These are quite transparent as well. as you can see. This actually has a large skull in the centre, which is it's very difficult to show you. So this one I think is 50% modal and 50% silk. And these are so light and just, oh, so soft. They're beautiful scarves. The quality of them is excellent. Oops, sorry. Talking to you out of shot there. As I said, if you want to see the scarves in more detail, do have a look at the 2 parts of my Alexander McQueen collection, because I won't duplicate it here. It would take me a while, trust me. Okay, now the other type of McQueen scarf that I have are these, the plissé ones, or pleated. And I've got those in 3 different colours. The blue one is particularly nice. Colours are stunning. And it's a classic black and white. I think these are made in 2013, but I'm not sure. I did try and check that on Google just now and didn't come up with anything, so my apologies if I'm wrong. Okay, so next scarves are, these are an assortment really. I have a huge silk scarf that is by, I think it's Lionel. Yes, it is Lionel. And this is 100% silk. I have to zoom you out so you can see the scarf, because it is very, very large. This is one of them that I'm probably going to be selling fairly soon. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I've never worn it because it's very large for a small person. And yeah, I just have so many scarves, I cannot possibly wear them all. So I'm probably going to be doing another cull of my collection. I know I keep saying I'll put things on eBay, and at the moment there's nothing. I have no listings there because the Suburb pochette has just sold that I had listed. But I will be listing a lot of scarves, and I've got a lot of bags, a lot of jeans, designer jeans to sell. Oh, loads of things. Seriously, it's just finding the time to take all the photos. It just takes forever. Anyway, I will be finding the time this weekend. So this is a scarf that my mum bought me, and it's a velvet scarf. It's really beautiful. I don't know if it's picking up the colours very well, but there's purple. Let me try folding it, doubling it up, it might show the colours better. I think you can see them there. There's purple, a sort of a yellow ochre colour, and a teal as well. A beautiful scarf, lovely fringing. I don't get much chance to wear this, you know, the weather being what it is in Australia, but I will always treasure it. Okay, what else is there? This is a sort of pile of random scarves. This one is by, oh goodness, I'm really testing my memory here. I'll cheat and have a look at the tag. Oh, this is a Paul Smith scarf. And this is This is a silk and cashmere mix. This one, the colours are stunning, really stunning. It's beautiful. It's an ombre with purple and blue. This again is a huge scarf. I think this one will probably be on the chopping block as well. Oh, and this one that I have around my neck is, this one was from Marks and Spencer, and I wanted to wear this because it's a sort of a lace top, and the scarf has got lace inserts in it. Just, you know, I like to be matchy-matchy. I'm old-fashioned, what can I say? Okay, there's another, it's a plain cashmere one. There's a very large Hermès scarf. That my youngest son bought me, so that will not be sold at all. I have no knowledge of Hermès scarves, so I really don't know what this one's called. It has the horses' heads there. The colours are beautiful. A stunning scarf. This one is 70% cashmere and 30% silk. That seems to be a common mix. That's the same as the Chanlu ones. They're 70-30. So it's obviously a combination of cashmere and silk that works really well. Okay, this is a scarf by Etro that I used, you know, in the 20 different ways to wear a scarf. It's a sort of a faux patchwork scarf. The colours in this are just beautiful. This was in the sale at Net-a-Porter, and if you are interested in buying any scarves, I would really suggest you wait for sales, because they inevitably go into the sale, because I think this Etro one was over $1,000 before it was in the sale. And I think I ended up buying it for about, it was between $400 and $500. So, you know, if you see a scarf you like, don't be too quick to buy it, because, as I said, scarves don't really seem to be a thing anymore, do they? I think it's a shame. This one is one of the oldest scarves that I have. And this one I bought, I'm pretty sure, at Kensington Markets on Kensington High Street when I lived in London. It was either from Kensington Markets or from Bieber, one of the two. But it was a typical sort of long, long crochet scarf with fringing. Absolutely the thing in around 1970, this one. And still in amazing condition. You know, the condition hasn't deteriorated at all. But then I do look after them. This is just a fairly small silk scarf, sort of a parallelogram or rhomboid, should I say? Is it rhombus or rhomboid shape? A rhombus, parallelogram, let's call it a parallelogram, it's easier. And this one I bought from Marks and Spencer. They used to do these silk scarves quite often. were really reasonably priced. I think they were about £20. So, you know, current exchange rate just short of $40. I have quite a lot of those. I shall have to sift through the remaining box. And see. Yeah, this is another one of theirs. Really nice. I love the neon. I love these sort of neon colours. Very lightweight. I mean, just so, they're so floaty, they're just fabulous. I do think people should get back into wearing scarves, you know. It's just such a great way to add a little something to an outfit, you know. You can wear a good pair of jeans, white t-shirt, add something like that, you know, and it just lifts it, really does. I just saw one in here that I wanted to show you as well. That was, this one was from the, I suppose older people that are watching this will, you know, will remember, or shall I say more mature people who are watching this will remember, when Kate Moss did a collaboration with Topshop for quite a few years, and this was one of the scarves. And this is also a silk one, and it's got the, I don't know if that's focusing there, Kate Moss Topshop label. And this is beautiful, the colours are really subtle. Apparently these designs were based on vintage pieces that she had in her own wardrobe. But I love that one, it's really beautiful. I've got ones that I picked up from all over the place, really. This is another Topshop one. I used this in the video on Tuesday as well, which if you haven't watched, you should do. I'll put it up there. I'll just zoom you out a bit because this has got a particularly nice print. It's got a nice central design. Now, which way up does it go? I think I've got it the right way around. It's beautiful. It's got roses, butterflies, and the skull border. This isn't silk, this is a man-made. I think this is probably polyester. But this again is very lightweight, very floaty fabric. Beautiful to wear, really soft. I mean, I could, oh wow, I've just got so many, I could just go on and on, which I won't because it would probably start becoming too much, even if you really are into scarves. This is a beautiful one. This one belonged to my mum. So, show you that. I have to fold that over, I think, so you can see the pattern. I love the colours in this. They're just beautiful. I think my mum probably bought this probably around the time I was born in the 50s. I mean, I can remember her always having this scarf. And up until a couple of years ago, there was still the faint smell of her perfume that she used to wear, but sadly it's gone now. But I still love wearing it. It's like having a piece of her next to me. It's gorgeous. Ah, this one, which I think I featured in the BoHo is Back video that I did, which I'll put up there if you haven't seen it. It's a good one. Got some original pieces from, I mean, this is from around 1970-ish. Beautiful colours. This is pure silk. This was made in India. The colours are stunning. Anyway, as I said, I could waffle on for hours about scarves because I have so many of them. And I think a colour is needed here. This week was all about scarves. Next week we're back to handbags again. And I might just have an Hermès non-quota bag on its way. Check the channel out on Tuesday, all will be revealed. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And then the YouTube algorithm will promote the video to other people. Do please leave a comment down under and I will reply to you. I always do. It sometimes takes me a day or two, but I will get round to it. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you watching this video. As always, à bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir.